Um, well, it started off a bit shaky. My first two races, actually probably my first three races, I didn't do real well. And then after that, I started winning all my runs and all my races, which was a bit of a shock because I'd actually never won a ski race before. So I ended up being Section 5 Girls League champion, and I competed in sectionals, and I made the states team, and I competed both slalom and giant slalom at states. Well, it's always hard, like the first few races, you've had like 3 whole seasons off, and you've done practice skates, but you haven't actually raced yet. And it was just getting back into the swing of things, remembering what it felt like to race, and getting back into how you would normally compete. I do think it helps. It builds muscle, for one thing, so that when you go into the ski season, you still have that muscle tone. And a lot of the stuff with the horses and the riding is quick thinking when you're moving fast. So same thing with the skiing. You have to be able to, I mean, you're going really fast, so you need to be able to think all the time what's going to happen next, and you need to be able to react quite quickly. I'd like to have like faster overall run times. I'd like to be more aggressive and ski closer to the gate, so I look like a more aggressive skier. It's probably my main goal, to be better next year.
I've always just looked at skiing as a fun aspect, but it's got a competitive edge for me. But one thing that I can never do is take away that the fun aspect, or otherwise then it's not interesting to me. Some of my accomplishments this year, I was first for all league weighing figure legs. I was undefeated in the slalom. At GS I did have a couple wins, but John Landry took most of the GS wins. I did go to sectionals where I placed second in both the GS and slalom. Good. I mean, for one race he's ahead of me by 1/10 of a second, and then the next race we just flip-flop. So it's always, we keep pushing ourselves more and more. Well, states didn't go very well for me. I ended up falling in the slalom, but regained, and I was able to go to nationals. And at the national level, the competition was tough. There was a lot of guys there that were 6'3", 6'4", 210 pounds, 220 pounds, that were just, they're made for skiing. So it's based on that, to skill level, it was a really, really tough competition. Looking at top 10, but I ended up falling the last gate on the first run, so that took me out of contention. But just to know that I could have been in the top 10 with ease is just an accomplishment. Well, I've been captain probably the last couple years, kind of an assistant coach type deal. Mrs. Healy is the main coach, and I basically take the kids up every race, and we go through what the course is like, places to watch out for, how to attack it and how to hold back a little bit. And I think the kids really look up to me as a coach and as a teammate also. It's fun with that. I also started working/coaching there at the beginning of this year. My coach, Gary Hallman, has always, just told me to ever go fast. And whatever it is, just go fast. And that had seemed to work for me. And as my skill becomes better as a racer, and I also I have matured more this year, I would like to give back to Brantling.